Welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. My name is Eric. I'll be taking you through this topic, integers, and within this lesson, we'll be looking at word problems involving integers. So we will start by looking at simple problems involving integers, and then after that, we look at complex problems involving integers. So we'll focus on the word problems of each, and then at the end of the session, we'll be able to give us some assignment to help us practice and also to help us gauge on our understanding of the concept as discussed. So we have our first example here where we are supposed to see how operations on integers are applied here. So the first example is here, and the question is: on a certain day, there is a student who measured the temperature inside the deep freezer and found that it was -3 degrees Celsius, while the room temperature was 24 degrees Celsius. So what was the temperature difference between the room and the deep freezer? So the word difference here, so there is this word difference. If it's used in mathematics, it means minus. So in this case, when you talk about difference, like we have 2 and 3. When you ask you about the difference between 2 and 3, what you do is just to subtract. And as you do the subtraction, it's supposed to be the larger number, or the number that is greater minus the number that is smaller. So it's supposed to be 3 minus 2, and the answer is 1. So how integers are applied here, or basically when you are asked to get the difference between the two temperatures, the temperature inside the deep freezer, and there is the temperature outside the deep freezer, that is the room temperature. So we want to get the difference between this value here and this value here. So how integers are applied here is we want to tell which of these numbers is greater, because we are supposed to subtract the two, but we start with the greater one or the larger number, and then we subtract the smaller number. So which one of the two is greater, which one is smaller? So maybe if you draw the number line, you see where the 0 mark is. So we have 1, 2, all the way up to 24. So it continues that way. Then we have -1, -2, -3. So you can see, we said the number line is supposed to be increasing from, the values there are supposed to be increasing from left to right. So this is right, and this is left. So the value is supposed to be increasing left to right. So if you look at 24 positive and -3, it means -3 is smaller. So that's what you'll be subtracting from 24. So how the number line or how integers, the knowledge of integers is helping us solve this problem to tell which one is greater of the two. We have 24 and we have -3. So which one is greater? And that is how we are applying integers in this context. We know the difference is basically the minus. We are supposed to subtract the two, but now which one do we subtract from the other? So here we'll be able to tell that -3 is smaller. So we know -3 here is smaller than, or is less than. See, this symbol here is used for less. So -3 is less than 24. So when you are getting the difference, it's supposed to be the greater one minus the smaller. So in this case, difference is going to be equal to 24 minus -3. So we are subtracting the two numbers. So while discussing about operations involving integers, we said, you can check that from our previous videos, you'll be able to see what we did. We said that when we have two signs appearing together like this, then you have to reduce them to one sign. And of course, we said when the signs are different, you replace them by a minus sign. If they are the same, you replace them by a plus sign. More or less the same as what we said, a minus times a minus is a plus. That is the product of two signs that are the same is always a plus. So that means then here we are going to have 24 plus, because now the signs are the same, so you have to replace them by a plus sign, plus 3, which is going to be 27. So that's how you're able to get the difference. So integers, which one? The knowledge of integers has helped us to determine which of the two numbers, negative 20, negative 3 and positive 24, which one is greater. And then of course now as we do the operation, we borrow a bit from operations on integers, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers. You can see now these two numbers here are supposed, these two signs, the two signs here are supposed to be reduced to one sign, replaced by one sign. And we realize that because the signs are the same, we are going to replace them by a plus sign. So this is going to be 27 minus 27 plus 3 here, which is 24. 24 here, you add 3 and that is giving us 27. So the difference between negative 3 and positive 24 is 27 here. So that's the difference. Let's look at the second example. So let's look at the second example here, whereby we have the temperature of a patient admitted to a hospital with fever was recorded to be 42 degrees Celsius, and then after treatment, his temperature settled at 36.808. Sorry. So after they were treated, we told here his temperature settled at 36.8 degrees Celsius. Full stop. So you're supposed to find the change in temperature. Change in temperature here is still, it can still be interpreted to mean the difference between the two. So we have 42 degrees Celsius and we have 36 degrees, 36.8 degrees Celsius. So here, it is not hard to tell the difference between, tell which one is greater. 42 definitely is more than 36. So when they are both positive, it's easier, you know, it's easier to tell which one is less than the other, which one is more. So the difference, so change in temperature is going to be the larger one. Remember, when you talk about difference, you take the greater number that is greater, you separate the number that is smaller. So we have 42 minus 36.8, and you're going to get the difference in temperature. So how do you do that operation here? So it's going to be 42.0, and we are subtracting 36.8. The reason I'm adding that 0 there is because here we have 0.8, there we have nothing. So I'll just use 0 to occupy this, to keep place for a digit there. Then of course now we're going to do the operation normally. Like we have to borrow 1 from 2 to take it to 0. As we borrow from 2, this 2 will be remaining 1 and the other one will be coming 10, because now as we borrow one digit from, borrowing 1 from digit 2 to the other one, it goes to 0 as 10. So 10 plus 0 is 10. And of course 10 minus 8 is going to be 2. Here is now 1 again, not possible. So again, not possible to subtract 6 from this one. So again, you have to borrow 1 from 4 to make it 3. And this, as we take 1 to 2 to 1 here, remember this one we had borrowed 1, so it remained 1. So it was 2, we borrowed 1, taking it to 0. So here instead of 2, now it's remaining 1. Then again, we are borrowing 1 from 4, 4 remaining 3. But as we take that 1 next to the other 1, it goes as 10. So 10 plus 1 is 11. So this is 11. So 11 minus 6 is 4. So 11 minus 6 is 4, and then there is a decimal point there. So you can see now the difference here is 4 point. So that is the difference. The difference in temperature is 4.2 degrees Celsius. So that is how we get the differences, or how we are able to. So one, you should be able to read the given information and analyze it, and you should be able to tell, like arrive at, which of the operations is supposed to be done. Is it multiplication? Is it division? Is it subtraction and addition? As you see now. Uh, with that, you should be able to apply the rules that we learned previously about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers, just the way we do it normally. So like in this case, change means difference. Difference means subtraction. So you have subtracted, and this is what you're getting as the change in temperature. Oh, sorry. Actually, there is a mistake here. So this is supposed to be 11. You subtract 6. That is supposed to be 4, not 5. Not 5, not 4. So we have this one as 5. And of course, this is going to be 5.2 degrees Celsius. So we have another example here. Rhoda walked 4 floors down from the 10th floor and then took a lift to the 18th floor. How many floors did she go through while in the lift? So you can also try and draw a number line. So we are starting from so Rhoda is walking 4 floors down from the 10th. So let's assume 10th is here. So this is 10. So down from, Rhoda walked 4 floors down from the 10th. So down. So the word down here means you reduce, to the left, there is a reduction to the left and there is an increase to the right. So this is 9, the first floor, 8, 7, and then 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, towards the negative side. And so that is 4 floors down from the 10th, and then took a lift to the 18th floor. So 18th. So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then we have 18. So the question is, how many floors did she go through while in the lift? So the lift is starting from floor number 6. Remember, they started from 10 down. So down, we are going to the negative side. Remember, possibly we could be having 0 there. See now, so and then we could even be having negative 1 here, could be representing the basement. See, so 0 here could be representing the ground floor, and so they moved from the 10th floor down, that is towards the negative side, towards 0, like the ground floor, 0, 0 could be representing the ground floor here, so 0. Then we have floor number 1, floor number 2, floor number 3, all the way up to floor number 6, So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they took a lift from number 6 now. That is where we are now starting. So number 6. So we want to see they moved through how many floors. So how many floors did they go through? So we start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the answer here is 12 12 floors. So using the number line, getting the right interpretation of what down, 4 floors down, what does it mean with reference to the number line? And then moving from the 6th floor to the 8th floor, how many spaces, how many floors are in between there? So they moved through how many floors? So 1, 2, 3. So you count all the way up to number 18 and you realize those are 12 floors. So how many floors did she go through while in the lift? So remember the lift is starting from number 6. Remember the lift here is starting from number 6. So they walked, 4 floors down from the 10th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then now they're starting from number 6 all the way up to number 18. So how many floors are those? And basically that is how you're able to answer the real 18, 12 floors altogether. So there is an example number 4 which you can attempt, and together with the assignment that is given to help you with the understanding. So there is assignment there that you can attempt. You can be posting the feedback on the comment section, and you'll be able to look at it. You'll be able to look at it and respond accordingly. Otherwise, that marks the end of the lesson. Goodbye.